Do you hear something?
Yeah.
I hear it again. I think
It's not supposed to do that
I think we better call a priest or an old man.
quickly.
Welcome, Cigar Nation. I'm Lee.
I'm Diane.
On this episode, we're going to talk about Woodford, which is a bourbon, and we're going to review what cigar?
An Arturo Fuente Gran Reserva.
Okay. Tell us about the bourbon.
The bourbon is Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's really, I'm drinking it straight, just on the rocks, and I find that this one is very smooth. It's not real harsh to drink.
Is it? And you mentioned something earlier about it tasting a little sweet.
It does, for me, it does taste like a little sweet. I can taste some cinnamon, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of spice. Very smooth though. Unlike some other ones that I've had where I've tried to just sip it. Usually if you haven't tuned into prior episodes, I'm not usually, and you're not either, a straight whiskey or bourbon drinkers. They're usually mixed with something. I thought I had a really kind of cigar that has a very open taste, so I thought I would pair that with the Woodford Reserve to see what I got. But the Woodford Reserve is very smooth. It's very clean tasting. It doesn't have that harsh kind of burn when you drink it. If you want to try bourbon for the first time, I would suggest this one. I really would. It's very nice. It has a little sweet taste to it too.
I would say out of the bourbons that we've tried so far, this one definitely, if you're going to ease into it, this would probably be the one to
If I can drink
with.
it straight without making a face.
Yeah, that's saying something. So, what proof is this?
45.2% alcohol?
Yeah, that's the proof. I'm sorry, that's the alcohol.
That's alcohol percent.
It's 90.4 proof. Yeah, this is a really nice bottle. I actually like photographing this bottle, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was very nice.
What did you pair it with?
I paired it with the Arturo Fuente Gran Reserva. This comes in three different choices of wrapper: a Connecticut shade wrapper, Maduro wrapper, and a sun-grown wrapper. I chose the Connecticut because I wanted something a little lighter than the other ones. It's in a torpedo shape. It's very nice. It's a very, like I said, I don't want to say bland cigar, but it's not infused, and it doesn't have really strong undertones of cocoa or anything like that.
So it's more like a traditional cigar.
It is.
Okay.
It's a really good smoke. As usual with any Arturo, it's a great construction. Great ash to it. It had a little tighter draw than I'm used to, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I could still smoke it, and it didn't go out on me a lot or anything like that. So it was a really great cigar, just a nice cigar to smoke.
Now, as far as Diane's scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, what would you rate that as?
I'd rate that right between an 8 and a 9. I like a lot of the blended and the infused cigars these days as just a traditional cigar. This was really good.
Okay.
This is really good. I go to Arturos, or one of my favorites. They're one of the first cigars I've ever smoked was as an Arturo Maduro cigar. This was nice. I always like smoking Arturos. It's a mild to medium bodied. It has a golden Connecticut shade wrapper. It has a Dominican filler and a Dominican binder. Again, this is the Arturo Fuente Gran Reserva. It's a chateau. When you buy this, it has a little cedar sleeve on it. We had removed this one for pictures, but it has a little cedar sleeve on it that helps with the aging, and it helps with the
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the flavor and the aroma.
I thought it was just for decorative reasons.
No, it's called as a natural chateau, and it comes with a little cedar sleeve.
Okay.
So it's a really good cigar, just very good overall. They are handmade in the Dominican Republic, so I found that really neat cigar wise. That's where they're made, and it went really really good with the Woodford Reserve.
What was it? You had something else that you had researched too that you wanted to go over.
I did. I was going through one of my favorite catalogs. Cigar.com. I get them often because we buy from them.
As well as the
local shops, Cigar International.
As much as possible.
Yeah. There was this really neat article that it says the ties that bind So it kind of went over the importance of the binder in a cigar. So you have, of course, the outside, which is the wrapper, which is always pretty to look at. Or, they're made for visuals. They also impart taste and blend into the cigar. The filler, of course, is
so it always has a purpose.
It always has a purpose. Not only does it bind the filler and allow you to put the wrapper on, it actually can help with the blend and the flavor and the balance of the cigar these days also. So, of course, just like anything else, you don't want to put a binder that doesn't go with the other flavors of the cigar. So you want to make sure the binder that's on there...
There has to be chemistry.
There has to be chemistry. It has to be a balance. It has to be... It's like you wouldn't put, a certain kind of bread with a certain kind of meat in a sandwich because they don't always go together. So you would...
What an analogy.
There you go. So you wouldn't put a binder that was, that wouldn't go. So it was a really good article that kind of pointed out the importance of the binders in cigars, which I thought was really
Actually, I did enjoy that article too. I mean, I enjoy most of the stuff that you go over too, but that one was actually really educational. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I'd mentioned before was everybody's palate is different, and we saw a live that someone did on Instagram this past week, and it was one of the gentlemen from Davidoff. He was going over the different parts of the tongue, how you taste it, and how it's different for each person. So I was really fascinated by that, and I think maybe we could cover that in another episode. But
that's why whiskeys and alcohol will taste different to different people too, because they pick up different things in their palates. Like when you pick up salty taste in a cigar. He's like, this tastes salty, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It was dipped in salt or something. I'm like, what is
and he
wrong?
got salty out of it.
There was nothing wrong with it, but I kept getting this hint of
salt,
which
I thought was weird.
Where is it coming from?
We were smoking the same cigar, so I didn't know where you were getting that from, but that's just his palate. So
yeah, that was really.
It was neat.
It was neat because her interpretation of it was, as far as taste go, it was different than mine. So yeah, that was neat. And that's the stuff that I'm still learning. We're kind of learning together, but she knows about most of this stuff. I do listen to her most of the time. I don't always listen, but I catch bits and pieces. And what's funny is I think I store it in the back of my head, and I may not access it immediately, but as time goes on, I'll be like, hey, I think we should do this. I heard this. And she's like, you heard it from me.
He'll go, no, I didn't hear it from you. I heard it somewhere else. And then he goes and researches it to make sure it's true.
So I hope everyone is enjoying their time in quarantine. I mean, I know I shouldn't say enjoy, but I hope you're trying to make the best of it is what I'm trying to say. I know it's tough for everybody, and hopefully this will be over soon. And if you have a chance, support your local businesses as much as possible, as much as you can. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the follow button if you've enjoyed this content. Click the like button. That way we know you like the video. And if you want to share it with someone else. If you're watching on YouTube, click the subscribe button wherever it is.
Click all the buttons.
And click that little bell so you get updates. And for the new people that might be watching on Instagram, click if you like it. I mean, obviously you're already following us, but if you like the video, click the like button. And there's also a share button on there too if you'd like to share.
And if you have any suggestions of alcohol, drinks, cocktails,
we
cigars.
love it when we get suggestions from people we don't know. I think that's really great.
Neat. Yeah.
So, anything else?
No, that's all I have.
You want to lead us out?
Sure. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.